So I want to talk to you about this idea of hell. And just about every religion has their own version. You know, they teach you that this is the way. Each religion has theirs, seriously. They'll say this is the way it is, and if you don't, then you're going to suffer their form of punishment, whatever it is their version of a hell may be. But I want to show you the definitions of these words that these people use. Now, this is the only word that I have found in the Hebrew language. This is Deuteronomy 32:22. For a fire is kindled in mine anger. And it does mention a fire. His anger kindled a fire. And it shall burn unto the lowest hell. Didn't say that the hell is a place of burning, but his fire or his anger kindled a fire that burned to the lowest hell, and shall consume the earth with her increase, and set on fire the foundations of the mountains. His anger did that. Okay? It's not saying that hell is a place of burning. But anyway, like I said, this is the only word that I have found in the Old Testament. If there is another, please feel free to show it to me. I don't mind looking. But here it is. A fire is kindled in mine anger, and shall burn unto the lowest hell. Now this is the Hebrew word for hell. If I can get it to open up. It's Strong's H7585. The word is Sheol. And it says Sheol, underworld, grave, pit, hell. Old Testament designation for the abode of the dead, a place of no return, without praise of God, wicked sent there for punishment, righteous not abandoned to it, of the place of exile, of extreme degradation in sin. You can see that there is nothing in this whole definition that talks about burning. Okay, this literally means any place that God is not. So, like I said, this is the only definition of hell that I have found in the Hebrew language. So you can see that, you know, it doesn't say anything about burning forever and ever in that one. So now we're going to go to the New Testament. And this is Yeshua speaking here. This is Matthew 5:29. And if thy right eye offend thee, pluck it out, and cast it from thee, for it is profitable for thee that one of thy members should perish, and not that thy whole body should be cast into hell. Now let's look at this word. Know if we ever get to it. The word is Gehenna. Strong's G 1067, and the definition. This is what the Christians will say. There is no Gehenna of fire. It says the Christians added this. Hell is a place of the future punishment called Gehenna. Or it's Gehenna, I think. But anyway, look, this was originally the Valley of Hinnom, south of Jerusalem. It was an actual place in South Jerusalem where the filth and the dead animals of the city were cast out and burned. And then the Christians added again a fit symbol of the wicked. You can't change the definition of this word. It was a literal place in Jerusalem called the Valley of Hinnom where they burned the trash. And, you know, animals, dead animals and stuff like that. Filth, garbage. A literal place. So this is not talking about some place where you're going to burn forever and ever. And this is another example of that. This is Yeshua again, Luke 12:5. But I will forewarn you with whom ye shall fear. Fear him which after he hath killed hath power to cast into hell. Yea, I say, fear him. Again, this is the word Gehenna. Gehenna, however you pronounce that. What is it? Gehenna? Gehenna, I don't know how you pronounce that. But anywho, Again, place a few. The Christians added that crap. This was originally the Valley of Hinnom, south of Jerusalem. So, if you read this, the way that it is written, the way that Yeshua would have said that in English, but I will forewarn you whom ye shall fear. Fear him which after he hath killed hath power to cast into the Valley of Hinnom. Yea, I say unto you, fear him. These people, I don't understand how they get this stuff. That hell is just like hell. And like I said, every religion has their own version of hell. Now this is another definition of hell that's in the New Testament. This is Acts 2:31. He, seeing this before, spake of the resurrection of Christ, that his soul was not left in hell, neither his flesh did see corruption. Now let's look at this definition of hell. This word is Hades. Let's see.
Strong's G86. Hades.
Excuse me. So, this is Strong's G86. Watch this, people. Name Hades or Hades or Pluto, the god of the lower regions. Orcus, the netherworld, the realm of the dead. Later use of this word, the grave, death, hell. So this was Greek mythology. So to say that you believe in Hades or Hades, as the American people say it, is saying that you believe in Greek mythology. Plain and simple. And there's one more definition. This is found in Peter. 2 Peter 2:4, for if God spared not the angels that sinned, but cast them down to hell, and delivered them into chains of darkness to be reserved unto judgment. So, gonna look at this one. This is Tartarao, something like that. G5020, and the name of the subterranean region, doleful and dark, regarded by the ancient Greeks, Greek mythology, as the abode of the dead, where they suffer punishment for their evil deeds. Listen, look at this. This shows you this was the Christians. It answers to Gehenna of the Jews. The Jews didn't teach Gehenna; they taught Sheol. But anyway, to thrust down to Tartarus, to hold captive in Tartarus. Still no mention of burning. There's literally, and this, like I said, is Greek mythology. So I'm sitting here trying to tell you that the church will teach you their lies, and then tell you that you're going to end up in a hell that does not exist, unless you believe in Greek mythology, because the Hebrew sure didn't teach you with the Sheol. They didn't teach, a place of burning. And when Yeshua talked about Gehenna, that was, like I said, a literal place in South Jerusalem. So the only ones that talk about burning, if you will, are Hades, and actually Tartarus, Tartarao. Neither one of those. It's just a Greek mythology. So people, if you believe in hell, I'm sorry you've been lied to. You're not going to burn in hell. There is no way that God, the loving God that sent his son to die for you, is going to punish you eternally when you die if you've never even seen the risen Mashiach. I'm sorry you've never seen Jesus. You're going to have to deny him to his face. That's what you're going to have to do. This stuff about denying him before you die, no, he's coming back. He's going to raise the dead, and you will have to deny him to his face, and then God is going to punish you. Plain and simple. I'm sorry, guys. Again, there is no hell. That's a lie. The church made that up to force you to believe their lies. So I seriously encourage everybody to get out of church. Church, any kind of religion really, they all suck. There's just enough truth in every religion to keep us on our current path to destruction, and enough lies to keep us judging and fussing and fighting, warring, even killing, all in the name of God. And God, my friends, has nothing to do with them, any of them, because He is not religious. My God is not religious. It's just Him and His laws. Keep His laws and live, and don't, and die. That's your choices. That's your choice. There's no hell. Be back with another one later.